It's not a pest.
It's a parasite.
In response to the call for citizens to embrace agriculture for consistent food supply, the management of the Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba has trained its staff on how to succeed in subsistence farming. The practical training, which began since March this year, culminated in the harvest of crops from the DBS premises mapped out for agricultural practicals.
DBS Farmers Club! DBS Farmers Club! DBS Farmers Club! Oh, this is really, really nice.
The participants, comprising staff of DBS Asaba, drawn from the various departments, harvested the crops from the farms with hearts of joy as the soil yielded bountiful harvest of tomatoes, pepper, cucumber, and watermelon planted. In her remarks, the General Manager, DBS Asaba, Mrs. Christine Jobome Emetulu, congratulated the staff for showing interest in learning how to farm the right way, noting that the training was an economic empowerment of sorts, as agriculture was the only trade civil servants were constitutionally allowed to engage in. Mrs. Jobome Metulu said the training was an initiative of Technoserve, a non-governmental organization partnering with a variety of public and private firms in agriculture and enterprise development, who had trained DBS staff in the best agricultural and post-harvest practices, while also connecting them with inputs and networks needed to make their farming business easier. She urged staff to put the knowledge gained into good use and embrace local farming, describing it as a foundation for human survival.
I'd like to say a very big congratulations to the staff, the great farmers of Delta Broadcasting Service. This initiative actually came through Technoserve, who are into farming and grooming farmers. And when we consider that we are civil servants here, one occupation or trade that civil servants are permitted to engage in is farming. So when they came with the idea that they would want to train us, we welcomed it wholeheartedly. And as you can see, today is harvest time. And the whole idea is not just about this harvest, it's for you to take the training that Technoserve has given to you outside Delta Broadcasting Service. Our resources can never be too much, and whatever it is that you grow, you find that you would have saved that money. So this is economic empowerment of sorts for staff of Delta Broadcasting Service. So I really urge you to take what you've learned outside DBS and grow your own farms, community gardens, household gardens, at that subsistence level. But I tell you to go a long way to boosting or augmenting your resources and your finances.
The trainers Osinachi Onyebuchi and Shaib Elizabeth said agriculture was beyond the use of crude implements, but the adoption of simple techniques and technologies to improve productivity, predict weather, and assess premium markets to increase revenue. They emphasized the need for the people not to see agriculture as a poverty intervention program, but as an economically viable enterprise.
Okay, this is the end product of our sacrifice and our hard work. Collectively, we started this March, precisely March 16th. That was when we planted. And here today we have harvested. We planted cucumber, our tomato, pepper, and watermelon. And today we've done a massive harvest from our small garden. We can call it our small farm. So we are so happy. Aren't we?
Yes. I'm weighing the produce. Stand so you can keep proper record of what you harvested from your farm. With this, now you can track your produce.
Staff of DBS Asaba who spoke expressed appreciation to the General Manager of the station, Mrs. Christine Jobome Metulu, for her foresight in keying into the impactful training, and to Technoserve officials for their consistency in delivering quality lectures from the theory classes through the practical sessions that culminated in the harvest.
If you go back to the class, you see all our records from the day we started the nursery, the day we transplanted, all type of diseases that happen to the plant, how we control the pests, the weed and all that, they are all recorded. But you know, the old farming system we're using, we don't record those, we just plant. And even when there is anything that happens, you can't really keep the record. And today you can see that our cucumbers, you can see the yields just within a few months now. And I think this lecture should be a continuous, even in other crops in terms of farming. And I believe that the state government is already doing that also, where we heard of a memo now that civil servants that want to go into little farming, gardening, should apply. And I think Delta Broadcasting Service should also take that opportunity, especially based on what we are seeing in our little garden that we prepared this year.
That in the next farming season, we are going to do more than this, because this is the beginning. After we finish with the classes, we now went to the nursery where we nursed these seedlings. So we nursed them for about a month, after which we did transplants of the crops. Okay. So I'm really excited to see the fruit of our labor. It's a thing of joy because it propelled me, for one, to go back home, and I started my own garden. Yes, I can tell you for free that yesterday the pepper I used in my house was from the garden I did as a result of this training we had.
It's encouraging at a time like this where the economy is dwindling, let me use the word, right? Just try to diversify to help you going a long way, and also to help at least with food in the house, because food and transportation is the main reason why civil servants, their salaries are going down. So if you have food covered, the rest can be taken care of.
A journey of about 4 months has brought about a bountiful harvest. It is a clarion call to civil servants out there that they can make use of any available space around them, including sacks and buckets, to produce the crops that they desire.